During her ongoing guardianship, media personality Wendy Williams has made headlines speaking out about her situation. Many other figures have also spoken out in defense of Williams. Most recently, it's come to light that her ex has recently filed a lawsuit to see her released. A figure from Wendy Williams' past has filed a lawsuit in her defense. Wendy became known to audiences by hosting her namesake series, The Wendy Williams Show. In 2022, Williams entered a guardianship after her accounts were frozen by Wells Fargo Bank. Williams would also be diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. She has also been living in an assisted living facility known as the Coterie. Wendy Williams has spoken out about her situation over the past years. Recently, another figure from her past has also taken measures to see her release. Her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, who was married to Wendy for 21 years until 2020, according to Page 6. Hunter recently filed a $250 million lawsuit to end Williams' guardianship this past Tuesday. The suit was filed in New York, with Hunter claiming the guardianship has become a weapon, not a shield. A capacity test Williams previously aced was also acknowledged in the suit. The suit names various figures. These include Wendy's legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, her one-time financial advisor Lori Schiller, and former manager Bernie Young, among other defendants. In the suit, Williams is identified using her married name, Ms. Hunter. According to the filing, Williams is reportedly being abused, neglected, and defrauded under the care of court-appointed guardians. Wendy Williams. The filing noted the guardianship serves no therapeutic purpose, no protective function. It is punishment pure and simple. Currently, Ms. Hunter is being confined against her will at one of Coterie's assisted living facilities with restricted access to her own phone and meaningful contact with her friends and family. Through the suit, Hunter also claims that Williams is competent enough to take control of her life in spite of the previous medical diagnoses concerning her. According to the suit, the guardians had ignored medical advice, keeping Williams in fraudulent bondage. The suit also highlights a previous competency test that Williams took months prior that came with positive feedback, ultimately scoring a 10 out of 10. As it shared, Wendy has been subjected to over-medication and undue restrictions of her person. It continued that this was despite Ms. Hunter passing a competency evaluation in or around March 2025 and being described by healthcare professionals as alert and oriented during welfare checks. The suit also made note of how none of the people looking after Wendy have applied to end the guardianship. The large sum being asked for in the suit is reportedly meant to compensate for what Williams has lost, according to the suit. Wendy's divorce had a significant impact on her. As it shared, the former talk show host was left to navigate complex financial and medical matters without Mr. Hunter's experienced oversight. The suit continued to accuse Schiller and Young of taking advantage of Wendy's trust and financial resources. It further claimed she was coerced into her current guardianship under immense financial duress and emotional strain. Wendy Williams, among other claims, the suit also accused Morrissey of poor management. As it read, Wells Fargo permitted Sabrina Morrissey to liquidate assets and transfer funds in violation of internal bank policies and fiduciary obligations. Despite this unfettered access, Sabrina Morrissey has failed to make timely payments on Ms. Hunter's outstanding obligations, and many of Ms. Hunter's financial obligations have gone unattended. The lawsuit is asking for a jury trial. The large sum being asked for is meant to serve as compensation for Williams. As it read, the star lost approximately $20 million per year in earnings, her $80 million estate, her $4 million condominium, personal goods in excess of $10 million, and severe reputational harm. Wendy Williams, a prominent media personality known for her candid and often controversial opinions, has been at the center of a legal and personal struggle that has captivated the public's attention. Since entering a guardianship in 2022, following a series of health issues and financial complications, Williams has faced significant challenges. Recently, her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, has taken a bold step by filing a lawsuit aimed at ending her guardianship, claiming that it has become a tool of abuse rather than protection. This article delves into the details of the lawsuit, the implications for Williams, and the broader conversation surrounding guardianship and personal autonomy. The rise and fall of Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams first gained fame as a radio personality before transitioning to television with her own talk show, The Wendy Williams Show. Her unique blend of celebrity gossip, personal anecdotes, and unfiltered commentary made her a household name. However, her career took a downturn as she faced personal struggles, including health issues and a tumultuous divorce from Hunter, which was finalized in 2020 after 21 years of marriage. In 2022, Williams's life took a dramatic turn when her financial accounts were frozen by Wells Fargo, leading to the establishment of a guardianship. This legal arrangement was intended to protect her interests, but it has since raised questions about her autonomy and well-being. The guardianship controversy. Guardianship is a legal mechanism designed to protect individuals who are unable to manage their own affairs due to incapacity. However, in Williams's case, the guardianship has been criticized for its restrictive nature. Williams was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia, conditions that affect cognitive function and communication. Despite these diagnoses, many supporters, including Hunter, argue that the guardianship has become overly controlling and detrimental to her health and happiness. The lawsuit filed by Kevin Hunter in a significant development. Kevin Hunter filed a $250 million lawsuit in New York, seeking to terminate Williams's guardianship. The lawsuit claims that the guardianship has become a weapon, not a shield, and that Williams is being subjected to abuse, neglect, and fraud under the care of her court-appointed guardians. The suit names several defendants, including Wendy's legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, her former financial advisor, Lori Schiller, and her ex-manager, Bernie Young. Hunter's lawsuit argues that the guardianship serves no therapeutic purpose and is merely a form of punishment. It highlights that Williams is currently confined against her will in an assisted living facility, with limited access to her phone and restricted contact with friends and family. This isolation has raised concerns about her mental and emotional well-being, competency, and medical evaluations. A key aspect of the lawsuit is the assertion that Williams is competent enough to manage her own affairs. The suit references a competency test that Williams reportedly passed with a perfect score of 10 out of 10. It also notes that healthcare professionals have described her as alert and oriented during welfare checks. Despite this, the guardianship remains in place, with no efforts made by her guardians to terminate it. The lawsuit claims that Williams has been subjected to over-medication and undue restrictions, which have further compromised her quality of life. Hunter argues that the guardians have ignored medical advice and have kept Williams in what he describes as fraudulent bondage. Financial implications of the guardianship. The financial ramifications of Williams's guardianship are significant. The lawsuit outlines the losses she has incurred, including an estimated $20 million per year in earnings, her $80 million estate, a $4 million condominium, and personal belongings valued at over $10 million. Additionally, the suit claims that Williams has suffered severe reputational harm due to her current circumstances. Hunter's lawsuit alleges that the guardianship was established under immense financial duress and emotional strain, suggesting that Williams was coerced into accepting this arrangement. The suit also accuses her guardians of mismanaging her finances, including allowing Morrissey to liquidate assets and transfer funds in violation of bank policies. The broader conversation on guardianship, the case of Wendy Williams, has sparked a broader conversation about guardianship and the rights of individuals under such arrangements. While guardianship can be a necessary tool for protecting vulnerable individuals, it can also lead to abuses of power and violations of personal autonomy. Critics argue that the system often lacks adequate oversight, allowing guardians to make decisions that may not be in the best interest of the individual. Williams's situation raises important questions about the balance between protection and autonomy. Advocates for reform argue that individuals should have more say in their guardianship arrangements and that there should be clearer guidelines to prevent abuse, public support, and advocacy in the wake of the lawsuit. Many figures from Williams's past and present have come forward in support of her. Fans, friends, and fellow celebrities have expressed their concern for her well-being and have called for an end to the guardianship.